Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and if the timer hit 0 before I popped up, it's because I needed to get things prepared for this, the inevitable show that was certainly going to be here. Whether or not the thing that should have been working is working. Sorry, I just realized that the volume on the speakers, right? Not the you hear me. I'm pretty sure you hear me because I can see the volume meter going like that for the microphone. But the background audio should be working as well. But Windows decided, no, you know what? You didn't change the setting. I'm going to change it for you because I know better than you, even though that you know better than me. We're not going to get into it. Not my fault. I'm Windows. Can you hear it now? Great. I don't know how I cannot do anything and then things change. Even though I don't do anything. I do nothing, I change nothing, and then they change. Like, magically. Like, it's a feature. Not a bug. It's a feature. Not that I am bugged. I don't think I'm bugged. Am I bugged? It's like people can hear me or something. I mean, it's not really being bugged when you have a microphone sitting in front of you. Hope you had a good Tuesday. Tuesday. Eh? I'm printing something. And the thing that I'm printing has no supports. Now, I have no idea if this is actually going to turn out. No clue. This might work, and it might not. I looked at the file, I sliced it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think this is going to be okay. I think we'll be fine. Famous last words. There's going to come a point in this particular print where I'm going to hold my breath because I think that's kind of the make or break point. It is coming up. This is not going to be a long print. I've got a little less than 2 hours left to go. Thank you, by the way, Code Blue 192 for following about 13 minutes ago, and Uber Superfly for providing that stretch. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. I am bugged. This is what B82 says. I'm stopping there. Thank you, Liz, for the notification. See, look, I wasn't snippy today. It's because I don't know why. I've got some things though that I have to show you. I'll be snippy when I show you the things. Oh, I meant to grab a couple of other things. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna go grab those couple of other things. Because you got to have the full effect. I know where those things are too. So give me a moment, un momento. Do your popping around the raffles or whatnot. I'll be back in just a moment to show you something that we got today. Something that many people made suggestions for when I tweeted it out the other day, thinking that I wouldn't be able to get it and being kind of depressed because I didn't have a use case for it. 1 minute. Got about a minute. Close to it. Okay. So, I've got the items in question in front of me. Many of you know that we no longer have dogs in the house, and I stumbled upon the new item that I didn't realize existed until I saw it, and then that kind of sent me down the rabbit hole. This is a pet food bowl. That's the way it's branded, right? It's even got Grogu inside, Baby Yoda. This pet food bowl, huge, like handles like 3.5 cups or something like that. Ceramic, definitely heavy duty. And I tweeted, I posted a photo. I'm like, yeah, but we just don't have any dogs. Like, what am I gonna do with this? And the response, like from 3 different people, was like, dude, that's it's a guideline. You can put cereal in it. So yeah, I've got a new cereal bowl. I'm maybe eating out of the Grogu pet bowl. I'll be the pet this weekend when we get to the new cereal. I got 2 new cereals to try this weekend. Mealtime. See, so I can eat it, right? I can eat whatever is in there. Then that sent us down the rabbit hole, and quickly did a search and found this one, Rebel Princess, branded with the future of the galaxy is female, a Princess Leia bowl. It's very, oh, dang, dude, there's like a chip in the back of it. Oh, I kind of want to, now that I see it, I kind of want to exchange it for another one. There's a chip in the back. Product's damaged. Product's damaged. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to return this one to get to exchange it for one that's just the same. This is for Jedi. Diana suggested when I said, well, you know, I don't know, like, what are we going to use it for? Someone said cereal bowl. Okay, fine. But then she saw this. She said, oh, Jedi could, you know, put, like, her jewelry or whatever in there. I'm like, okay. So that may be her jewelry bowl. That sends us on to the third bowl that's available. This one is just straight up Star Wars branded. Star Wars. It's got all the characters on there, including Vader, and inside it's got Star Wars lettering, like the what would you call it? Stylized lettering here on the front. Thank you, Ethan's Dad 3D, for subscribing.
Ethan's Dad 3D just resubscribed for 3 months.
Subscribing for 3 months. Amazing to have you here. Thank you also for randomly giving away codes for your iOS app, which I've used, and it's awesome. It is a trap. The trap is not the pet food bowl, which we're not going to use for pets, at least at this time. But I like this. Out of all the pet bowls that we got that are going to be cereal bowls or potentially jewelry holders, I don't know if Jedi's got enough jewelry to fill that up. I'm pretty sure she will. Maybe I should, like, throw all the 3D trinkets I print for her in there. This is my favorite, easily. This one's fun. Oh, my apologies. I should have switched the screens. Okay, so there's the Star Wars. Sorry, I was so excited with the print that I kind of rolled with it. Wait, do I do it the other way? Yeah, there we go. So you can see the Star Wars styled in there. Oh, it's upside down. There you go. The characters on the front. That's kind of fun. Pet bowl, 3.5 cups. Yeah, 3.5 cups. And then here is, it, for a better view, the Rebel Princess. Very nice branding. Very nice. Like, very nice. Like, wonderful. There's a chip, though, you can see there. It looks like it was manufacturing defect. So I got the packaging. I'll basically return it. And then here's the Grogu mealtime. This is the thing I saw that started it all. They were about $10. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of cereal I'm going to have to get through. I can do it. I feel I can do it. Mealtime. Come on. Too small for cereal bowls? Man, with this, I should be able to stick to just one bowl of cereal. And then the nice thing is, if and when we ever get new dogs, no, big fan, we're not planning on it. And yes, I will get to the timer. I meant to set that when I realized that I didn't have the other bowls. We could easily convert any one of these into the food and water dish. Not a problem. And there's others available too. There's like a Chewbacca one I wasn't as sold on. Wished there was a Darth Vader one. But found these online. $10 a pop. Or somewhere thereabouts. So I'm happy. Could be a popcorn bowl, I suppose, Liz. Not a bad idea. Anything, really. But as soon as someone, like 2 or 3 people, including Joel Telling, I believe, a ceramic hat, my head is too big. And I do not want this to fall. Nor do I want Jedi to emulate that, otherwise it will break. This is heavy-duty ceramic. So theoretically, it can, stand to drop. It's meant for dogs. A Canadian candy bowl? Yeah, I can see these as candy bowls, candy dishes. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that says this is what it had to be, but I was like, what would go in there? And then when the cereal was recommended, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have 1 bowl of cereal each day this weekend. I'm going to look forward to the weekends now, eating out of my Grogu bowl. Chris and the dog fighting over the good bowl. Exactly. I will be on the floor. And by the way, Fix'em Dude, thank you for using Discord. I checked out the link that you posted where the gentleman constructed a huge Luke Skywalker Lego minifigure. Or really, he 3D printed a substantially larger version of it, like 1,000 times %. Like, huge. with like a light up lightsaber that articulated with motion sensors. Crazy. I could not do that. That was incredible though. Thank you for using Discord to share with me your discoveries, as well as everybody else who's following on Discord. Ahmet Seifa 401, thank you for the follow. Oh, the Darth Vader bowl. All right, what do we got? Is this bootleg? Is it licensed? Oh yeah, that looks pretty. That does look pretty. That is definitely more dog food bowl. This, I think, could pass as a regular bowl. That... Okay, I'm going to add it to my wish list. Not that anybody gets anything on my wish list, but I'm going to add it to the wish list. I do have a wish list. I think Bang wish list pulls up that link. Okay, big fan. Okay. I will think about it. I will consider it. We're about an hour 45 out from a finale on this print. As you can see, is listed as, I mean, not just It's a Trap, like the title might suggest, but specifically, hang on, I'm looking at that front. I think that's the way it should be. There are no supports, and so far, mostly good. I don't know. I went from like way too many supports yesterday to probably not enough today, because it's the way I go. It's either all or nothing for me, nothing in between. Okay, so an hour 45 is what? 105. Okay, there we go. 105. That's how many minutes we have left to go in this. Oh, it is officially licensed, Mark H. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I don't know about the stainless steel rubberized one. I've got the Darth Vader one of those. I do already have that one. When Pixie and Wicket were still alive, we had that. I'm kind of inclined to just get the Darth Vader one of those, although I know if it's Darth Vader, I'm like a sucker for it. Star Wars, I'm a sucker for it. It's true. It is absolutely true. It's what I do. So my wish list is right there, in case you're wondering. I just added that. Now, when I was watching Sith Lord Brit the other night, and here's a shout out to Sith Lord Brit. I know she's not here. Or at least I don't think she's here. Give her a follow if you haven't already. She was doing a perler. So that sent me off to Amazon. And I had this, I saw this one right here. This Grogu perler. To say, I have not done a perler set yet, despite me having Grogu. And so it's got 2 projects inside with 1,000 beads. But if you did not know, you could do Star Wars officially licensed perler. My concern is, like, I've never done one before, so like I'm afraid of getting the wrong colors outright. I've never done this. I'd be kind of nervous. Plus, I'd probably need to have some kind of overhead camera like the nerds do. I don't know. But either way, I've got a Grogu perler. Yes, Liz, you have successfully translated the Orabesh. The Orabesh does read, underneath me, Admiral Akbar. That's where it's at, like, in the PIP. Admiral Akbar. I did update that. I was successful in doing that. Oh, she's live right now. Well, No More 3. You can tell her I gave her a shout out because she's my kind of geek or nerd, whichever she prefers. Got a few figures of the day. I'm not sure which one I want to open, although I'm inclined to go with the Queel because I've had it for a while. I got an extra one because I have yet to open a Queel figure. Right there. Still, I'm interested in opening the Queel. This is one option. I haven't yet decided here. What do we got? A popcorn bowl? Well, we've got plenty of popcorn bowls. That's a nice popcorn bowl, but that definitely looks bootleg. That definitely, for $50, I would expect it to look a hell of a lot better than that. But thank you, big fan, for pulling that up. Appreciate it. Queel may get opened today, the Black Series Queel, or quite possibly one of the 5 POA Mandalorian figures. I finally feel like I have enough to open. Like, I've got the extra ones. So, I can open, like, ooh, let me hold on to that, too. I will be opening, all of these eventually. I just haven't done it yet. I've already opened Mandalorian. I've got all of them, including... Maybe I should open both... Well, I've already opened the Queel, I guess. This Queel. And the Mando. I've opened these two. I've already showcased those two. These four I also showcased. But we got a Moff Gideon, Grief Karga, IG-11, and a Cara Dune figure. Don't worry about seeing these like super large. That'll boil down to which one I choose to open on any given day. I got a couple of extras just in case Jedi wanted one, or a couple of them. I'm inclined to get an extra Cara Dune, so if I find her, I'll grab her. The figure, at least. Let's go ahead and set those to the side, because I'm kind of inclined to open the Queel. And then, I also got a couple of Amazon figures in the boxes. This, I believe, is the Greedo figure. So I already have one, but these two are in the box. So I got one when Hasbro sent out their update a week or two ago. I ended up showcasing that, so there's nothing new there. So that means I've got one in the Hasbro shipper, or actually two in the Hasbro shipper. Very happy to say that. I got my Darth Vader inbox, the bust inbox. You can see it actually down there. It was dented slightly. I'm not happy with the box. It's not in perfect condition, but that one's going to stay in the package as opposed to the one that I built. Here's the May the 4th bonus. This one is going to remain unbuilt in the box because, quite honestly, there's no minifigures in there. It's not that compelling, but it is an exclusive. I have not picked up these exclusive planet location sets since they released them. They're not as interesting to me. Still, to have this as a collector's item is quite nice. Someone we didn't raid last night, Han? What was her name? She was looking for the Lego Ghost and Phantom, and I didn't realize it was worth as much as she said. It was like $350 or something crazy like that. It's insane. As in, only sold on May the 4th. Not just, it wasn't sold. It was only available, this set, only available if and when you got an item or like $80, $90 worth of Star Wars bricks. So it is exclusive, definitely not for sale. You could probably pick it up as a bonus online if you were so inclined. But this just, it doesn't move me. But, you know, since I wanted a second Darth Vader helmet, May the 4th was there. I figured, all right, well, I'll do it. In hindsight 2020, I wish I would have picked that up locally because I would have been able to get a better box of the Darth Vader bust to keep in the box. But it is what it is. So I also got, I showed some of the retro, but I also have the retro Grogu. Got two of them, one to keep on card, one to open. And so this is another one I want to, I'm debating whether I kind of want to open this one. Kind of want to open the Queel. Should I spread it out? Should I do Queel and then, because I've got a few figures here, but you know, one a day. I'm trying to spread them out. Doing my best. I will grab the Greedo to open too, by the way. I will. I promise. But Queel is the one that I'm inclined to do. And then I showed these the other day. I kept one in the shipper container, but I am going to open one of these. So you're seeing some future figures of the day from me here. Just, we're not there yet. While I was shopping for the Perlers, I saw this. It's a canvas activity set. Nothing incredibly unique about this. Like the easel is not Star Wars branded, nor is the paintbrush, which is kind of a miss in my humble opinion. Like they could have done something with that. But you know, it's a nice little art set, and I've kind of been picking these up as I've found them or run into them. And at some point, you know, when Jedi's got fine coordination, may pull it out, and then she can paint them and have fun with them. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And she's getting better. She was doing some drawing or like painting, like with markers and coloring within the lines. By and large, staying within the lines. And honestly, that was a concern of mine for a long time. But she's finally getting to the point where she's coloring in the lines or coloring within the lines. Because she likes going over, but she's over a little bit. But like, okay, she's doing well. She's doing well. Shout out to DB3D Dan, who's a member of the Locker Gnome team as well. Very appreciated with you stopping by here. Gonna go ahead and paintbrush could have been a lightsaber. See, yep, that's what I'm saying. Or at least the easel could have been branded Star Wars apart from a sticker. So, I mean, it is unique art, and that's nice, but I'm not inclined to open it right now because Jedi's not quite coordinated enough, and she'd have a hell of a lot more fun with that than I will. So it's something that it's best to buy now when it's on sale, or at least cheaper than waiting, 2 or 3 years when it's no longer in circulation, and then it is very, very expensive. So I pointed to everybody. I took a picture of the mouse droid, and what was interesting about this mouse droid yesterday is found on Fangs.com, sponsor of the show. I don't think it turned out that bad. Beyond the wheel here getting chewed, like it, and some of the supports kind of being in place, I feel it was okay. And other people did their own mouse droids, and I think that was the most interesting thing. Having, had this discussion yesterday, people kept posting their iterations, like, oh, this is the way I'm printing it, like, Builder's Mark, like, printed it a certain way with minimal supports, and that was kind of neat. And then, who was it? RC Maniac also posted what he did. So I thought it was kind of interesting to watch that ensue in social. That's just battle damage. Cine up, I agree. So last night, I mentioned that I was going to do Kyber crystals. I used the Prusament Galaxy Black PLA, and so I've got some black Kyber crystals with some glitter in there, some nice sparkle. I do use supports when I do these, but I have black Kyber crystals now, a couple of them. I'm printing with Printed Solids Jesse PLA, the Brad's Orange Glitter. That's what I'm doing the Admiral Akbar in. Theoretically, with no supports. There is like a lapel over here that as it goes up, I'm a little concerned about. I don't know how it's going to work, but if that passes muster, I'm not going to worry about the rest of it. That's probably that there's going to be a part over here that would be in question, if anything. And everything else seems to be okay. This came from the top of a chess piece. I just basically like sliced the chess piece in half. I'm like, I don't need the chess piece. I just need the bust, right? Just that portion. Because otherwise, I'd have a lot of wasted material. I would definitely have to use supports. And I basically cut it apart where I should not need supports for this particular print. And I know where it's going to go. And so it's a perfect color for it. Well, I suppose a more orangish red, a blood orange, and I still have that filament. I haven't done anything with it yet, but since I had this out, I'm like, let's do an Akbar in this color, because you normally wouldn't get them in that color, you know what I'm saying? No playing with my fangs on stream. Oh, it's gonna cut the stream awfully short, isn't it? Yeah, Builder's Mark did it without supports. You did it with minimal supports. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw you minimal, and then Builder's Mark did it with no. He had a big brim, and it worked. But then again, I'm not really complaining. Like, this turned out as well as I might have expected it to turn out. Again, I used supports, but everything else, for the most part, I think for a 3D printed object, turned out the way I would expect it to. Minus that wheel, that crunchy wheel, that dang crunchy wheel. If that crunchy wheel did not exist, I would be very satisfied with this. But as it stands, it's just going to it's going to be a knock around. Maybe get melted down into one of the larger or one of the Star Wars objects in the not the silicon tray, but the cast iron tray that we used. Looks cool, battle damaged mouse droid. It's a good story to tell the kids. I'm saying, and this is massively battle damaged, I guess. There's no undoing it. It's a 3D printed object. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Reprint it. Nah, I'm not going to reprint it. I'm fine. I'm ready to move on. I've got so many other things I want to print. So many other things. So many other items that I want to open. Like this Queel. I have spoken. Alright. Here we go with the 6-inch Queel. Well, 6-inch scale Queel. I don't think he's going to stand 6 inches tall. That's the Black Series scale. I'd kind of been waiting to open one. And, this particular arrival today gave me the perfect opportunity to do just that. I'm going to hold on to the box so I can cut out the art. The only toy, I think, in recent years at least, that I've wanted to save the art. Oh, Queel, look at it. He's bald. He's so bald. Look, he's so bald. You're doing boring 3D prints? Just added upgrade parts for your 3D printer? I have spoken. Alright. The only thing that would have been nice is if the goggles actually went over his head, but the goggles are actually a part of his, the cap. We have one weapon, no blurg. See, this would have been a perfect deluxe figure if it came with a blurg. I already have a blurg, though. I already, I 3D printed one. Like, eons ago. Like, in the beginning of time with me. Alright, there we go. Got his, how am I gonna, do I need to put it over his other shoulder? Getting these accessories to, like, do what you want them to do sometimes is, not fun. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, let me try to... There, he's, like, holding up a purse. You got the weapon dangling. Is the blurg you printed big enough for him to ride it? No, definitely not. I have not printed anything that big. Of course, the next thing I could do is actually put the weapon in his hand, but I'm not sure... I can do that because it's a small... How about I just, like, have him holding onto the strap? There we go. Not exactly the way you should carry a weapon, I'm assuming. Like, specifically a rifle. And not that I've ever carried a blaster rifle. There we go. He's just holding on to it. There you go, the Queel. Queel, I have spoken. Your great ancestors tamed the mythosaur. Surely you can too. Is that what he said? It's been so long since I've seen episode 1, season 1. What does Liz want? Is this a Golden Girls thing? It's a BB-8 Google Home Mini holder? Well, that's kind of funny. I wonder how well that would, See, I don't, that's, there was, no, actually I've seen an R2-D2 one that you may also like. The R2-D2 one I think was, like, done maybe a little better than this one. From what I saw. You just paid $10 for a stand. Wow. 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 Is this Dr. You think this is David? You think this is Dr. Andolph? I have spoken. If you order Brad's orange glitter from me, I will send it to you with some candy. And if your name is Loyal Moses, I will give you a lot. Did you see that? Loyal had, like, ordered some PLA from David. And, like, it came, like, swimming in Airheads. Swimming. Don't ever show Diana that. Otherwise, Diana's like, oh, we need some of that. We need that. Get that. I need that. She'd be all, she doesn't care about 3D printing. But the candy? Oh, yeah. Sign her up. Of course, she's got, like, a stash of Laffy Taffy that she's not even close to getting through. So she's probably good on that for now. Although I thought... That's not a bad idea for, like, shipping companies to use candy as shipping material. Like, that's not a bad idea. It would add cost, kind of, but think about there would be less landfill because we'd all eat it. Of course, our sewage problem would be, you know, gastronomical, but what are you going to do? It's going to be crap somewhere. See, there you go. Loyal, I know where you can put your candy. In my not pet food bowl. Because it's not for pet food. Thank you, Liz, for linking off to the tweet in question. It is pretty funny. I was like, I couldn't figure out why I got tagged on it, and then I realized pretty quickly, I'm like, oh, that's why. That's pretty damn funny. Alright, the mouse droid will go here. I'm not sure if Jedi's going to take to this mouse droid, but it is glittery. So it's kind of, I think it's kind of cute. Akbar is coming together well enough. Okay, so it looks like we are getting to the lip of what I was potentially concerned about. Right there, the lapel kind of curves off. And the way I looked at it, I'm like, I think this is gonna be fine. But give me credit. Big May, the fourth be with you. Big May have sliced this in such a way that it didn't need any supports. It's at 0.15 mm layer height. Seemingly okay. Although, I mean, there's some spots I see, like specifically the resistance or rebellion insignia there on the front of his jacket. Top is okay, but the bottom part I may think about filing a tiny bit. It's kind of sticking out a bit because it jutted out. That might have been a gamble that I didn't recognize when I sliced, but I didn't think it was going to stick that far out. We'll see. Ethan's dad 3D says, I gave Ethan the airheads from my last order, and being the good boy he is reminded me of his braces, so they went to Ethan's brother instead. Oh, man. Loyal kept asking how much filament needed to purchase to get more than one airhead. After talking about it a lot, he got it. Is that what happened? That's funny. Well, let me put it this way. The filament's for me. The candy is for Diana. Like, anything that comes in. I probably have to repeat that if David stops in. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he's uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, there's nothing. Give me a moment. I'm fine. Everything's fine. There's some bit of news that I want to check on here. You're fine. I'm fine. Akbar's fine. Give me like 30 seconds. See whatever the hell they were talking about. By the way, part of that Lego order, maybe a brick build this weekend. Forgot about this. This is the sketch, the brickhead sketch, or brick sketch of First Order Trooper. Chris McVeigh easily was behind this. In his Instagram post, he also used to make a pin, and I kind of wish that they included the pin bricks rather than just the sketches, but that's a fun little sketch. I love these. These are cool. I want the BB-8 one for sure, but I usually wait until they're on sale because there's no minifigure inside, so I'm not as compelled to build them or open them as much. So that's just... Either way, I am looking forward to that. Dog in hat sitting at table with flames burning everything in the background. It's fine. Everything... It's kind of what it was. I mean, not like... I mean, I don't know if it was for real, but it was basically a notification saying... something like that might have been happening, like, in town. I'm like, what? So that's what I was checking. I couldn't see anything, so we're good. I'm good. You're good. We're good. We're all good. Yeah. I thought, while I had the Brad's Orange glitter in here, I keep thinking through, like, what are other Star Wars things that I have not yet done that'd be kind of cool, fun, and trinkety. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I mean, yes, I can swap out for a different color. No doubt about that. And I will eventually do that. Chopper. Is there a good model of Chopper, though, Liz? I did the R5D4 with minimal supports. And that turned out pretty good. That was in pink. An orange one, maybe. Maybe that C-3PO figurine I haven't done in this blaze orange before. I mean, the common stuff, right? See if I can get over there. I think that was at My Mini Factory. That was the... Finding the... Wait, is this... Wow, there's some interesting Dooku things over on My Mini Factory. A Santa Porgs? I don't think those will work well. I think those will look good in white or red. Whoa. There's a Darth Vader skull thing. Sorry, I'm trying to find the C-3PO that I was talking about, but I found an interesting K2SO, but I don't know who did it first. Is this... That's a community print. K2SO. That's got to be from that guy. Yeah, okay, so there's a K2SO. Alright, so I'm gonna copy... I don't know if I need a bright blaze orange K2SO, but... this might be kind of fun in a blaze orange. I kind of want to print that. Okay, let me go ahead and paste that into chat. There's a set with Chopper. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good one for an FDM, Liz, because that may be more for resin. Oh my God, that is friggin' huge. You know, Liz, I think, you know, you're, let me see, 25% scale, that's pretty big. It's gonna lose some detail. It would definitely need supports. But the chopper might work, Liz. Kind of. I don't know. There are bits in there that might be a bit of a challenge because they kind of hang in midair and they would need supports, and removing those supports may be like next to impossible. Man, Liz, that's not a bad one, but the problem is that chopper would need to be optimized. That's the challenge sometimes, finding a really good character, but needing to have the model such that it worked, right? Specifically for your type of printer. Light orange. All right. Yeah, if you find it, Liz, let me know. All right, that's light orange. Yeah, it's light orange. It's very reddish, but that's light orange. What do we got here? Star Wars Rebels. Is that specifically max to an STL? Okay, let's see here. Yeah, this looks exactly the same. I don't know. Oops. Let's find out. Let's see what this STL... Oh my God. Yeah, it's the same one. That's the exact same one. Someone else must have lifted it. Which, you know, seems to happen more often than not in this community. There's a movable... I mean... Keep looking. Keep your eye out. Oh, I found an interesting other Akbar. Although the Akbar that I'm doing, I kind of like a little more. I mean, the Akbar this Akbar I'm about to link you to is pretty darn good, but the Akbar that I'm doing has a little more personality to it. Here's another one I just found. This is fragile. Oof. Yeah, dude. 3D printable chopper. Dude. If it did not have those, oh yeah, that's for assembly. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, but see, at that point, I've got, I mean, you can get a chopper figure. You can't necessarily get a bust like this in this color. You know what I'm saying? Thievery everywhere, so terrible. Kind of, you know, I wish there was like a better way of giving credit where credit was due. Because like, I'd even imagine that this particular bust Wasn't done by the person who made the chess set, but I don't know who did it. Like I said, that particular area right there, that overhang, I might have been a little concerned about. Looks like it's coming out okay. Might have to do a little bit of filing. But that was my only question. Ethan's dad 3D notes something on hot makes. Uno momento. Oh, yeah. Someone linked it yesterday, and I ended up retweeting it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so you did RC Maniac link me yesterday? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do want to do that. When I get to brown or tan color, I definitely want to do that one. That one's going to be fun. Jedi is going to have a blast with it. We're approximately 44% the way through. Yeah, no, I mean, for a 3D printed object, I think I did okay. I mean, like, slicing it the way I did. This is like at 200%, I think, too. It's a bold color. The orange is very, very, very bold. Like, incredibly bold. As opposed to, like, oh, Akbar, of course. Well, he's orange, but, like, let's have some creative license with it. Yeah, I ended up retweeting the artist of the Tusken Raider toothpick thing. I accelerated his video that was linked to, and it had like nobody looking at it effectively. But then when I retweeted that yesterday, the views definitely went up, like big time. So I'm happy to have sent a little more attention his direction. I didn't actually accelerate the where he was linking to the actual download, but I having accelerated the video that everybody could see definitely went seemingly a long way. So it's kind of fun. It's cool when you can like send a little bit of traffic somebody's direction that they were not fully expecting. Yeah, see, you know, I really like. I mean, it could be a mashup, but I like the bust portion of this particular character. I mean, specifically this file, the way it looked. The insignia and then the flap. It just needs a little bit of cleaning. Sorry, I'm looking at a few of the details here. And again, this is at a 0.15 mm layer height. You know what? F it. I'm going to open up a Grogu. I'm going to do it. Because, you know, I've got all these figures. I know, it's like when it rains, it pours. But I feel like I need to open a Grogu. Boy, they do make these stickers really hard to get off, don't they? I love the retro collection. Love, love, love. Hasbro, don't ever quit, man. You got a pod. So this is like the third pod or so that I have. Second or third pod. The pod has a lid that closes, but also opens up. Yeah, I would say, you know, if this was an item that was available in that time period, they would have done a really good job with this. Give me a second. Let's get this in there. It's got the stand. Interesting they went with the gray rather than like a translucent. We also have a one-eyed frog. Yes! One-eyed frog. Not to be confused with the Black Series one-eyed frog. There's certain species name, although that escapes me at the moment. Now, I'm going to see, because the biggest problem... Oh, interesting. So we've got one hole for a peg on the bottom, on the feet. No articulated feet, unlike the Black Series. This one's kind of molded in, right? But the arms on the Black Series are really, really delicate. Okay, these arms are definitely not as delicate. I kind of wish the eyes were a little more like the Kenner style, but as far as the small Grogu figures go, this one kind of feels like it beats the Vintage Collection and the Black Series, the retro one, in my humble opinion. Like, this is really nice. This is the best small Grogu figure I've seen. So I've got the Grogu collection going on. Yeah, it's a wonderful, it's a retro Grogu. Oh man, it is so cool. Oh man. Love the Star Wars figures. Love them, love them, love them. Can't get enough of them. Now, the other ones like I said, I should probably save just to spread it out a tiny bit because I've got a few. Thank you for following Oliver Duff. Is that how you pronounce it? Duff. Oliver Duff. Or Olive Herdf. Olive Herdf. I'm guessing with these usernames. I don't know how to say them. That's my problem. I totally admit. I'm the first to admit it. And thank you for joining, and good evening to you, Oliver. Y'all come in here with like mashed up usernames. Never get mad at like a creator for trying to trip through it. That's why some people like they call me Perilio. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's close enough. You got P and O. Everything in between is fudgy anyway. So if you ever hear anybody say Chris Perilio, you know, you don't have to correct them. It's Perillo for a future reference. There's an I. There's actually two I's and two L's in my last name. Pirillo. But that's where I think people see the extra I at the end. Perilio. It's not. It's not Perilio. Nor is it Chris Pinto. Well, actually, if you fudge the middle, it can be Chris Pinto. I like Chris Pintos. Chris Pintos sounds tasty, especially for a Tuesday. Surprised that Krusty's here instead of stuffing his face with tacos, because it is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. No, it can't be Chris Pirelli. It's got to be P and O. Chris Pillow. Yeah, that's another good one. That's another good one. What of that message was questionable? Which one? The Pinto? It's definitely not a question. Not for me. Popcorn Rillo also works. I will accept that. C3 Perillo. Would it be C2? C2? C1? Is that my droid handle? Droid name? Watch me totally bomb the slicing on this. Me thinking that I'm past the worst of it. The Pinto message was auto-blocked and mods allowed. Weird. Really? It's odd. Perillo. That's right. It's Perillo. You've heard of a per diem? This is a Perillo. Oh, here we go. What? Hang on. Pistachwitonofer. I tried. Chris Pistachio also works. P and ends in an O. Oliver asks an amazing question. What do I think about the new TV show, The Bad Batch? I am a fan. I'm happy with anything Star Wars. I'm happy to see something new. I love the animation style. I love the premise. I love the way the story is unfolding. I'm interested. Absolutely, I'm in. Like, I'm sold. It didn't take much. It doesn't take much for me to latch onto something Star Warsy. Really, truthfully. The only thing that I'd note, there was a Facebook post like showing like the way Target or Kmart or Toys R Us was at the launch of the Clone Wars versus at the launch of the Bad Batch. In the Clone Wars, everything was taken over. Like, it was amazing. It was a marketing blitz. It was amazing. And then the Clone Wars, nothing. So you wouldn't know that Disney Plus has a new show, nor do they have much faith that people are going to watch it, because there's no marketing around it. None whatsoever. So my question is what is Disney going to do with their marketing now? You know, we've got some Bad Batch figures. We've got some Bad Batch branded stuff. We may see some Boba Fett items continue to trickle out. I think there are T-shirts currently available. But, you know, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Nothing. Nothing out there right now for the Bad Batch. And you know, every time I walk by, like, they got all these summer items, like swim things and play things. Like, oh, there's Paw Patrol. Oh, look, there's, Spider-Man. Oh, look, there's, these commonplace. You see them every time they throw something new out there. I'm like, oh my God, there's just so much of it. Every once in a while, you'll see Star Wars. And I feel in my bones. Now, I understand why they might not have, like, a Bad Batch bubble blower, right? There we go. How's that for alliteration? Bad Batch bubble blower. You say that 5 times fast. And I don't mean type it. I mean actually say it out loud. Because it's a trick. It's a tongue twister. They missed a huge opportunity by not making Baby Yoda or Grogu kind of a part of that. So, like, every time you see a Spider-Man thing or a Captain America or superhero, Superman, something like that, and Paw Patrol and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all the Nickelodeon brand, if you do not see Grogu in there, I feel it's a massive opportunity lost by Disney for merch. It's a massive missed opportunity. Massive. Because nothing has ever been more baby-friendly than an actual quote-unquote baby in Star Wars. So, yeah. So, Oliver, I'm glad you agree with me in terms of enjoying Bad Batch, assumedly. CNEP says it's pretty upset how little was sold for Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, dude. Like, it petered out. Like, you had to fight to find anything unique for Skywalker. Fight! And as opposed to The Force Awakens, like, where it's just like everywhere you looked. I'm like, I love that. Oh man. So I don't know if they're gonna back build and have that demand again, or if they're gonna take it seriously and get onto a regular evergreen cadence with releases. And they're not there. I'm grateful that Hasbro, continues to manufacture new items, right? I've got that Black Series. This is just released now, right? The vintage, not vintage collection. Sorry, that's different. The retro series, which I love, absolutely adore. If Hasbro only keeps one, let them keep that. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker was like DOA as far as marketing was concerned, and this is before the pandemic, so you cannot blame like COVID-19. RC Maniac says I had a coworker named Robert Telly. He once told a story when he called some tech support. First name Robert, last name Robertelli. And they said, "Okay, Mr. Telly." That's funny. Chris in a Speedo in a hot tub. Yeah, body. What? Streaming's bad for marketing. They need big tentpole stuff. I disagree. Wholeheartedly. Disagree. Like, they need to drive attention to streaming. People are going to latch onto that. Like, the future of Star Wars isn't in the films. And I'll go as far as to say the future of Marvel isn't in the films. It's Disney Plus. They've got the subscribers, right? But they need to continuously generate and regenerate interest, especially in between seasons. So I feel that there are items out there. Like, new stuff is getting produced, right? Like, the perler beads are being produced, but finding them, you got to kind of have to luck into it. I didn't know these existed, the pet bulls, until I found one in a store, and I'm like, oh, how did I not know these things existed? So they need to do a better job with marketing, in my humble opinion. I say that as a fan who wants to buy. Shut up and take my money. CNEP76 says they made a lot of merch, but it turned out to be a bad batch. Oh, man. That was good. Oliver, you and that, I'm just going to say Oliver, bought a Mandalorian notebook at the Disney store. Nice. I've seen the one you're talking about. Grogu boxers would be kind of beer weird. Yeah, I guess so. I don't have Mandalorian underwear. I'd buy Mandalorian boxers. I'd do that. RC Maniac notes, I wonder if their marketing plan was to do tons of sales at Disney parks, then COVID happened and they didn't have an alt strategy set up for a pure digital year. That's possible, RC Maniac. Right now, the only thing that I know I really want to get at the Disney parks are the Rainbow Droid Astromechs, and I'm worried because hopefully they'll make them available online. They have made those Astromechs available, the 3.75-inch Astromechs available online in recent years. So unless I can find someone who can get to downtown Disney with any degree of speed, I'm afraid I'm going to not get those. And I'm not yet ready to pay scalper prices for those. But I want at least, 2 or 3 for sure. There's not much marketing for any Disney Plus show. That's what I'm saying. They're missing the mark on the Bad Batch. Like, The Mandalorian's got enough momentum behind it. I think Boba Fett as a name has enough momentum behind it, but they still need to do a push. They need to get it out there, like, big time. Like, if there's not a Mandalorian-style themed or a Boba Fett-themed back-to-school series of supplies, they'll have missed the mark. It boggles the mind, like, why they're not doing it. And if they are, they're not doing it everywhere. Like, these are, like, store exclusives that you can't get unless you live next to the store. Like, Five Below apparently had, and they've got a lot of cool stuff, Star Wars related, but like they had a Grogu perfume. You can only get it online for like 3 times the price. I'm like, I'm not going to pay that much for something I don't know what it smells like. No way. Is there going to be a new season of The Mandalorian this year? Asks Oliver. No, but there's going to be the Book of Boba Fett. I don't know if it's a short run series or if it's going to be, something that happens continuously. The news won't cover TV series like the news industry covers tentpole films. Yeah, that's true, because it's a big box office draw, but you can't help but wonder if that is shifting. I've never in my entire life watched more streaming series than I have over the past year. Because there's just nothing else there. There's nothing. And anytime I venture out to watch a quote-unquote film, inevitably I'm disappointed. Like an alleged tentpole film. Mortal Kombat? Meh. Kong versus Godzilla? Meh. Tenet? I couldn't even get halfway through before going, no! So, yeah, my tastes have evolved. I mean, I'm much more interested in latching onto an interesting series and finding... Right now, I'm kind of in between series again. I've caught up on pretty much every one of them that I wanted to. So... Major Gamer Geek has never heard of the Bad Batch. Now, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. Are you? You said you don't know what it is. For real? I'm asking. Because, I mean, I know. As a Star Wars fan, I know what it is. But if you don't know what it is, then either it underscores what I was saying about the lack of marketing. That's a problem. And or, maybe it's not, you're not in the demo. And I don't even know what the demo is. WandaVision, very limited in the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, not much merch. Yeah. Well, but see, Marvel always has something going on. And Star Wars doesn't. Like, Marvel's got so many things that are supporting the universe. So many things. Star Wars doesn't. Not yet. Grogu perfume, what, eyeballs and swamp gas? I have no idea. I wanted to get one. First time you heard about Bad Batch was from me. Oh, really? The Golden Boy. Oh, interesting. Well, it's an animated series that is set in the time of just past the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. As Clone Wars ended, the Bad Batch kind of picks up, gives you an alternate view of what happened in that period. We're only 2 episodes in, done in the style of the Clone Wars, the animation style. So if you liked the Clone Wars, great. If you never watched the Clone Wars, I absolutely recommend that as a watch. You could probably watch this without having seen the Clone Wars and be okay with it, but the second episode pretty clearly paints the picture that You may have wanted to see at least 1 or 2 Clone Wars episodes for it to make sense, or a little more sense, to get a little more context. So, yeah, it's basically for Star Wars fans, for sure. MK was not that good. But I wasn't expecting it to be great. If I knew it was going to be bubblegum. Mortal Kombat, it wasn't going to be, an award-winning film, right? It was going to look good. It was going to sound good. It was going to be a bubblegum picture, a popcorn picture. A blockbuster, a summer blockbuster. That's exactly what it was. So I wasn't disappointed insofar as that was concerned. But it's just, I'm missing that. There's just not enough selection. And like I said, now, and I've got pretty much every one of the subscriptions currently, because I got them like either at a discount or, we're going to have them permanently. I'm, by and large, out of series to watch. I've binged many of them that I've seen. I'm like, oh, that looks great. I think I want to watch that. So I'm definitely taking different recommendations now. You never heard of the Bad Batch until we started talking about it and you looked it up. See, it's interesting, Fix'em Dude. That's very interesting to me. There's not enough Bad Batch attention being paid. Unless you're a Star Wars fan, then you know about it. That's the thing. It's not live action. It's animated, so it automatically kind of gets swept under the rug. And I think that is a slag against Disney. Disney's not marketing it very well. They're not. Star Wars needs to be a perennial brand, such that you're in a store, you see it, it's top of mind. Then you're like, yeah, what else is new in Star Wars? Oh, what's this? Oh, that looks interesting. Driving you to it. You know what I'm saying? And they're not doing that right now. At all. You're starting Agent Carter now. Oh, you will enjoy it, Liz. I loved Agent Carter. S.H.I.E.L.D. I will miss terribly, although I saw on like a headline from a rumor site suggesting that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been decanonized. What about a Star Trek series? Love Discovery. I've binged the 3 seasons of that, seen Picard. I'm good. I'm caught up. And Star Trek Discovery is absolutely a series you should not sleep on. Discovery is spectacular. I love Star Trek Discovery. Love it. No TV ads like there were for WandaVision. Probably not. Big fan. Good to see you, Livin' La Vida Yoko. There's a shout out for Yoko. Right there. Give her a follow. She's usually doing something very interesting. I still have a small bag for her of some 3D printed items that I've done. Oh, Yoko might like this. Oh, here we go. I'll put this in there. She might get a kick out of that. She's a fellow Star Wars fan, fellow collector. This Chris rant about Disney marketing brought to you by tonight's sponsor. That's right, sponsored by Fangs. So if Disney won't give you enough Star Wars merch to buy, you can print your own. It'd be great to have like nice FDM optimized like Bad Batch helmets. I'd probably print those. Those would be kind of cool. You're at the Disney store. Staff said the Bad Batch merch might be park exclusive only. Well, that's just dumb. I'm saying it. It's just dumb. I don't know. That's me saying it as someone who would buy it. Like, I'm serious. I am the poster child for shut up and take my money. Like, you know, if you can't get to me, it's not my problem. Thanks for all your thanks. That's right. And there's Chi-Town Deke. Thought it was funny. What were you were tuned into some broadcast, and I was listening in the background, and then someone shouted out your name. I'm like, hey, it's Chi-Town Deke. Yoko suggests she thinks they might push Bad Batch more this summer after it's aired for whatever reason. You think so? I mean, in building up to the Book of Boba Fett, I guess that makes some degree of sense. I mean, I just assume them push something, then just kind of sit silent. And I know it's animated, and people aren't used to that, but, like, it seems to me that this crowd that enjoys anime would also enjoy the Bad Batch. I'm not saying that it's anime-inspired, but it's animated. And these are characters that, you know, have a backstory. It's unique. Certainly within, you know, the realm of being canon-friendly, it is canon. Although, like I said, the conflict of all this stuff, just there are certain stories that conflict that have me a little thrown off within canon. Because Disney stores are closing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dewey 1984 says, first time I saw Bad Batch was when I was flipping through the channels at dialysis, and I think it was Nick or one of the channels. Really? So you saw a commercial. Well, it makes sense that they were advertising it on Nick, I suppose. It's kind of what they did with Clone Wars Season 7. Oh, did they do it? See, that's the thing is, like, I'm not immune to Star Wars marketing. I get excited when I see it, so I might be blind to it, but I never saw the Clone Wars promoted. They had an exclusive series of figures at Walmart. That was it, and even that was muted and impossible to get unless you ordered it online. So it's a question of Star Wars being perennial, and I don't think they've figured it out. They're not even close. You want Disney to develop a 3D printer. Weren't they kind of experimenting with something like that before? Live in La Vida Yoko notes, I think they still think it's kids watching and they have more time in the summer since they're out of school, whatever school looks like right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Here we go with Akbar's head. So far looking pretty good. Pretty happy with this. Like I'm going to have to take a file, do a couple parts I see, but I'll be good. Retail is a dying business, which is really sad. You know, like I mentioned this, lamenting the fact that I can't do as many good toy runs anymore because of the lack of merch availability in various spots. Just got an ad for 30% off swim stuff for Shop Disney. Who mentioned Chris in a Grogu Speedo? No, that was Krusty. Krusty, blame Krusty. There, I did take advantage of... No, I didn't. There was a 20% off swim stuff, but then I had a coupon for saving other money, and it ended up saving me more. We got Jedi. She's been enjoying the swim-friendly shirts. You know, the material you can usually marketed to boys. But we just got a Grogu one, some flip-flops, this like green, blue. So we've got that one coming in. That was a part of a May the 4th buy. The Bad Batch Lego set doesn't come out till August. Well, Yoko might not be... I'm not saying that she was right or wrong, but she may be onto something by suggesting that they would be marketing later in the year because, A, it's closer to the Book of Boba Fett. B, because I think that Bad Batch Lego set is available in August 30th. So you may not be too far off. Krusty 3D taking orders, Disneyland shopping on June 2nd, a reasonable 500% markup. Okay. I'm serious, Krusty. I've got my list. My list is... I've got it written down, dude. Oh, I've got a Vader time? Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go. Got the Vader time here. Alright, why does my breathing sound so angry? Because I'm just venting! And if I was tall, I'd be a venti. That's why they put holes in those cups, you know, so the venties can vent. Wait, is this Akbar's head? It is Akbar's head. Or it will be. It's the beginning of. Coming out well. Like I said, I only see a couple spots in here that I'm thinking I need to kind of go over with a file. Some of what I hear being in the biz adjacent. Oh, fair enough, Yoko. You definitely have far more insight than I would. Raya and the Last Dragon, which was somewhat well marketed, had merch about 3 weeks before the movie got released on Disney Plus. Well, big fan. I remember last year when like Black Widow stuff was out, and that still isn't available. Well, or is it? Can you watch that now? Paying for it ahead of time? I'm not doing that. I'm like, I'll wait. Like I'll watch it for sure. It's MCU, but like I'm not like, do I really want to pay $20-$30 to watch it now, or can I wait? I'm like, I'm the kind of guy who would wait for a lot of that stuff till it was available for $1. Like, to rent it, you know, even getting a free redeem code to rent it on a disc. But, like, it's been pointless. For the past year, it has been absolutely pointless to rent movies. Because they're not great. So, this, to me, is, like, the heyday for new streaming shows. Or series. I started Jupiter something on Netflix. I started like the first episode, and it was okay. It was fine. Yoko actually lives in, around me. We live in the vicinity of each other, apparently. And we only found that out because we shop at the same Target, which is really funny. She mentioned that in her stream the other day, I think, too. I was listening. Red Band Society, good TV show as well. Oh, interesting. What's that about? What's it on? Talk to me. Thank you, Oliver. So the Bad Batch merch could be out now, but Disney is not releasing anything. For the most part. There are Black Series figures that are available. I've opened a couple of them. Hunter and Gatherer. No, Hunter and Crosshair. Yoda Man. That's right. No, Yoda Man, Ethan's dad, 3D. Yoda Man. Yeah. This Akbar is going to look good. Gonna look good. And I think I can mitigate a couple of the other things just by doing some gentle filing. Yep. I'm gonna be happy with this one. I shouldn't count my prints before they hatch. Oh no. I think what Yoko meant in terms of saying industry adjacent, like specifically like the work that she does in the things that she hears and the contextual conversations. Oh. Yoda man now, dog. Yoda man now, dog. That's my best Sean Connery. It was a very bad Sean Connery. Yoda man now, dog. Yeah, Jungle Cruise. That's with The Rock, right? Yeah. I don't know. Movies have been a blur for the past year. And I'm starting to kind of feel that. I never thought that I would, but like, I'm starting to kind of feel like if there was a movie that would be kind of halfway decent right now, and theaters were kind of open, and maybe after vaccination, I may end up wanting to take Jedi to the movies just to go. Because, I mean, it's been a while. And usually I can get through an entire year without going to a movie. Apart from Star Wars. Star Wars is it. Darth Vader could not find love. He was looking in all the wrong places. Oliver says it's on Disney Plus about a group of teenagers with health condition that live their lives pretty much in the hospital. Oh, interesting. Is that more like a tween kind of show, though? Disney Plus? I've never even heard of it. I mean, that's not a bad thing. There are many things that I never heard of. I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me about this? So, I usually give new series like 1 or 2 episodes, like this Jupiter whatever on Netflix. I'm like, okay, I'll probably give it 3 episodes before deciding. You're waiting on the next season of Cobra Kai? Oh, Krusty. Oh, yes. I'm so caught up in having watched new shows and shows that I liked that
Disco Duck 99 rated my stream with 1 viewers.
Whoa, that is so kind of you, Disco Duck 99. Wait. He's Disco Duck. That was like Disco Duck. No. No, it was wasn't that? It was an album. We had it. Not Macho Man. Disco Duck. Yeah? Was that it? Was I doing it right? Disco Duck. I remember it. Like vividly, but apparently not well enough. Thank you, Disco Duck 99. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. If you were streaming, Disco Duck. I remember the album. That's my only point of reference in terms of like anything that I might have been doing at a time in my childhood, like this very weird childhood. I see Disco Duck does Lego builds. Okay, Disco Duck, giving you a follow now. There you go. That's what you now. So you earned it. I'll tune in. I will watch. Because Lego stuff, and as long as you interact with folks who show up, that's awesome. But I don't know. I know nothing apart from seeing your thumbnails. Recently, having done seemingly, let's see here, King Boo Mario month, finishing the Nest. So you got the NES. I see a brick separator there too. Toad's Treasures and NES. So you must be an SMB fan. Very nice. All right. Got a fellow brick builder here in Disco Duck 99. Go ahead and give a shout out to Disco Duck 99. Take a look. The Scout Trooper helmet had so many stickers. Really, Amish Ace? I'm kind of glad I avoided it. I'm mad that they did that. I hate stickers, like especially on Lego sets. I think it's a huge miss. 15, dude. I was pissed off with the Vader's 4. Like they could have done a Vader without stickers. Why? Like if it was a $15 set, I understand. You're saving a buck. But like a $60 set? You're already paying a premium for Star Wars and Vader. They knew it was going to sell. That's disappointing. It's just disappointing. I don't know. I don't agree with that decision at all. I'll rail against Lego for that. I love Lego. Don't get me wrong. Like, shut up and take my money. I'll continue to buy from them, but that does not mean that I'm not going to be vocally, combative when it comes to stickers. I'm like, why? But why? Water decals? Oh my god, I remember putting together models in water decals. What a mess. No, thank you. Neither one. Ugh. Not a fan. I actually went searching the other night. I found a pretty good set. I almost bought it. But like McDonald's used to have these Happy Meal toys. They're like plastic boats. And I thought about getting some for Jedi. It'd be kind of fun little bath toys, the nostalgic value. But it was too much money. And like then they had stickers. I'm like, Disco Duck notes. Adult Lego sets should not have stickers, period. Okay, Disco Duck and I are going to get along swimmingly. Because but like the busts are interesting to me. Like I put one together the other night, the Vader one. But let me put it this way. Like the Target, this is not the new one, but the Target exclusive bust that Lego kind of got in trouble for didn't have stickers. They pulled this off. It worked out really well, or well enough. Could it have had printed bricks? For sure. Like, it might have benefited from that. But my point is, like, they need to understand that part of their market. And people will keep buying it, so it's not like people are going to vote with their wallets. They're going to buy it. It's Lego sets. My only thing is that I wish they came with minifigures. But I'm a fan of the minifigure. I may have to start going to Bricklink a lot more just to pick up minifigures from bigger sets. I'm like, I don't want the full set. I just want Boolio from the Millennium Falcon, right? I'm not going to buy the whole thing. Although, like, when they start charging, like, $18 for a figure, I'm like, I want to make sure it's not bootleg, one. Two, I'm like, $18? I'm like, but for just a little more, I can have the whole thing. I'm like, Found this neat redirect on Fangs. Let's see what we got. Oh, my God. Lego hand? Wait a minute. Is that an actual small hand? It's a Lego hand, but it's really a hand instead of a claw. Entirely novelty. Is it really tiny? It's kind of spooky. This is really spooky, Krusty. Major Gamer Geek notes, stickers are 100% lame in Lego. Amish Ace said, I had to order 2 replacement stickers for the retired turbo tank. Cost me $16. Oh my god. But see, at that point, I mean, they're stickers, right? Unless you want a fully licensed product, you might as well go repro, you know? Sucks that in Japan you can buy minifigures separately rather than in a set. Yeah, man, that does suck. Wish we could have that here. I don't want stickers. I'm fine with bootleg stuff, too. Obviously, I'm 3D printing. It's all bootleg, right? There's nothing that's original. Nothing that's really officially licensed. Although I do wish Disney would latch onto it. Lego, I doubt, is ever going to latch onto this particular trend. It would take it too much away from them. Though we're nowhere near, like Lego brick quality output in terms of replication. Nowhere near. I mean, I can be proven wrong. I can tell you that I also pretty much stopped getting a lot of products on eBay that were out of package because of the speed at which items could be replicated and duplicated and bootleg. And these would work and look and be pretty much exactly the same as a regular licensed Lego minifigure. It's crazy how good the quality has come. Now, granted, that's a different kind of process than your traditional printer, but it may very well get to the point where you could effectively replicate in 3D print like a super high quality Lego minifigure or Lego part outright. Amashase notes, did you know that some Lego stores will actually sort out each separate minifigure from a series? Some don't, at no extra cost. Your Lego store doesn't? Wait, what? Really? Really? I've never heard of that before. Ever. Because that I know of, the only reason I buy stuff online, like Lego sets, are for the figures. And I'm this close to getting the, I've got to figure out if someone's selling them, like the, not bootlegs, but the Knights of Ren. I want all the Knights of Ren. I don't want the sets, I just want the figures, you know? So I basically have to visit a local Lego shop and go, I want this. Major Gamer Geek notes, qualify is higher resin. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, it's getting there. So they'll sell to individuals? That's interesting. Or send individuals? It's possible. We've got a couple of Lego resellers locally. They're not Lego shops. They like basically resell bricks that are open and resell sets. Maybe I should check there for some good prices. Or do some trades. Like, I'd trade a few of my older Minecraft sets. I'm like, here, it's an older Minecraft set. Like, I'm never going to use them. Don't want them. Don't need them. You have to go in, but they open the blind bags already and sorted. Oh, interesting. Did not know that. If they did that. I wasn't aware. I feel that you kind of have to deal with reputable folks when it comes to that. Minecraft, yeah. I did the Minecraft videos like eons ago. And I'm like, I'm looking, I would rather convert them into something that would be of value, and I understand the bricks are valuable, and I could lose money in the transaction, but, like, they're kind of, I feel like, oh, these are kind of taking up space, and I'm never likely going to be putting them together again, so I've been debating taking those in. I've got to find the instructions, or possibly find the instructions, if only to increase the value of the trade-ins. But yeah, you know, when I'm missing Star Wars, it's like, I'll just grab a new minifigure that I haven't had in a while, forever. So we're getting to Akbar's. Is that his mouth there? He's got all the crispy crunchies there on his mouth. For the lack of a better word, his crispy crunchies. Give me a second. Checking something. I'm checking something on this Akbar. Akbar. Oh, he does. Oh, yeah, that Akbar around his mouth. There may have been some. There may be some slop around his mouth. But of course it's Akbar. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, we should be okay in terms of support. There's some stuff that may be hovering like in midair, but it'll drop down. I'm not gonna put supports around his mouth like that. But it's at that point, really. Okay, so we're kind of past where I wanted to be, where I thought we'd be. Sorry, I was looking at the file. Thank you, C. Travis, for hanging. Sorry if I missed you, dude. As you were heading to bed. Or heading out. What? Why is... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. This may be a failed print. But why? But I... Sorry. Now I'm starting to get nervous because I'm like, those are his eyes, and they should have been fine. Maybe I was taking too much of a risk, but we shall see. Oh. Am I too close to the mic? Sorry. Sorry. I get kind of loud. I go from too many supports to not enough. That's the story of my life. It should be okay. You know, honestly, the excess pieces that are kind of dribbling off kind of work for Akbar, right? Because you know he's all slimy and stuff like that. Freeze! Oh, David, that's not the first thing you get to do. You come in here, like really? And you come in here and you think. Thank you, Amish Ace. And not David. Even though I'm using David's filament that he sent. Yeah, David dropped the freeze and then left immediately. He's like, oh, not enough candy. Oh, okay. David's redeemed himself with the 100 bits. Thank you for dropping the bits. Thank you. Speaking of David, these Purple Eater bits also. Jesse PLA. Thank you, Liz, for the 101. Boy, it's been kind of quiet as far as bits are concerned tonight. Oh, now you'll say hello. Now you choose to say hello. Is it now? Is it? Now is the time? Alright, okay. This will be fine. I think I'm okay. Akbar will be okay. Mostly. Just needs... I think it'll need a little bit of filing. You just bought more bits to unlock Crisp, but I get yelled at if I do it too soon. I'm not gonna yell at you. Isn't there no such thing as a too soon unlock? Or too soon unfreeze. Yeah, I get frozen, and then sometimes like it's frozen and then it's 2 seconds, which is great. I love those. And then sometimes it's frozen for like 10 minutes. And it's like, really? 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 You like to watch me suffer? Isn't that a line from C-3PO? We were made to suffer. I was made to suffer. It's my lot in life. Yeah. They grow back? What? The freeze frames grow back? They do. Unless you meant something else. Cut off an Akbar. I was a little worried about that eye, but it seems that it largely recovered, if it was an issue, with the goobers and the snots. Sorry, that's more of a Lego term. The snots is more of a Lego term. Mouth actually not looking too bad. No, it's pretty close. This is a scaled up version from the... I mean, it's scaled up by like a 200% from the original. And my hope was to try to print it without supports. And I would say that for the most part, yeah, I see a couple spots that I want to kind of take a file to very lightly. But I think this will work. The funny thing is the one area that was of concern to me passed just fine, and then another part that I didn't think I needed to be concerned about was different. All right, show me your best emotes. Either you give me your best emotes or get out. Well, I mean, you don't have to get out. I'm just saying, show me your best emotes. Well, you can't say anything apart from emotes, I guess. Oh, it's weird, because some people do emotes, and some people don't have to. And it's not just the mods who can get away with not using emotes when it's emote only. I just don't think y'all must not be a very emote-friendly crowd. Ooh, 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 is that a Vader? Ooh, ooh. That's Amish Ace's emote there. Look at that. Look at that Vader. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Yeah, sure. Hell, if you're a streamer, show off your own emotes. Dang it. Hey, Jay Brinker. Or David Randolph, having supplied the Jesse and the Prusament. I'm sorry, not Prus. Oh, man. That was a bad word. Well, I'm just getting you back. It's not a bad word, but, you know. That's what you get for freezing me. Now I'm all discombobulated. What's the emote for that, David? Saying Prusament when you meant to say printed solid. Although, I gotta say, I did reply, like, I guess you're getting a new building for printed solid, but, like, I asked, like, is this building, this new building that you're getting, David, is it going to be 3D printed? Because you can do that. I mean, I don't know if it's available everywhere, but, man, like, if I had an option, an opportunity in space, I'd consider 3D printing some amount of a building to, like, maybe not live in, but, like, a secondary type of building. It's the future. It's not the future. Get hurt. Get real turnt. Get turnt. Get real turnt. Yeah, I'm a jaywalker. Got a lot of fresh damage, oh no. Any other bad lip reading fans? Love bad lip reading. It won't be 3D printing 3D printed, sadly. I can't make enough filament. Really? Don't they just, it looks like the filament that I've seen for 3D printed buildings looks like a garbled, like, mushed up, spit out cardboard. I know it's not, but it looks like that. Like this very dismal looking gray color thing. Liz coming in with the cats from outer space emotes. Blaze2KX says, hey Chris, no, you're not keen on talking about smartphones and treat them more like a tool. Curious how you're getting on with the S21 Ultra in the meantime. Still janky. It's not without its charm. I don't. Let me put it this way. Would I be satisfied with another Samsung flagship? Probably. I feel like they've done enough with this that I'd be okay. The camera output is still in question, so what I'm saying is it would not take much for me to say flip to a Sony, which the flagships are going to be out, I think, this summer. Like, I'm not in this cycle. I don't think this cycle would catch me because it would basically be about the same speed, so it would be somewhat of a lateral move. But I think Sony would become a viable contender because they don't really do a lot in terms of messing around with software. I'm a fan of that. And the Pixel, like, I feel that even if it was a slower system, if the software experience was a lot more straightforward, I could possibly do a Pixel. I don't think unless iOS is radically rebooted, I know I could not get along very well with iOS. At least as far as a phone is concerned. But yeah, I guess it's okay. I don't think it's great. I think it's fine. The camera output, though, is definitely something that is not to my liking. And there's certain things that they do in software that I don't think they need to do. Samsung, specifically. So to de-Samsungify it takes a little bit of work, a little more work than I'd like. But it's ample. It's working. I can't complain too loudly. For the most part, it's there and it gets out of my way. It's fluid, as fluid an Android experience as I've had in recent years. So, can't complain. It's what I'm using now. Got a Vader time. You'll throw some bits my way? Well, thank you. Blaze 2K, I think the best way to do bits is on the desktop. Don't buy bits on mobile. Do it on the desktop. You'll save money. It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time warp, drinking. Those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, CNEP76, thank you so much for the photoshopping. Really appreciate it. Good Indiana Jones, and that was the one I teased out tonight. The Indy. Yeah, I can see. Maybe I overestimated underneath the eye. It's gonna need a little bit of filing. Yeah, I underestimated under the eye for supports. The rest of it will be easy because just straight up it's his head. But yeah, I think this will work. Disappointing you had high hopes for that one. What? What do you mean you had high hopes? How could I have done it better? You think what did you think I was actually going to jump up and get physical? Did you think I was going to break a sweat? No way, dude. No way. I'm barely like not sweating right now. And like the air conditioning's on, but for some reason like I mean it's summer, so it is going to get warmer. But like even now I'm just like I feel like I'm on the cusp of sweating. Don't you hate that feeling on the cusp of sweating? So you're doing everything in your power. It's like kind of like on the cusp of throwing up.
Joe_Tosh G just resubscribed for 66 months. 66 Barillo months. Vader would be proud.
Order 66. Thank you, Joe Tashi. Appreciate the support. 66 months worth. That's incredible. Loyal Moses doesn't have that. Yes, order 66 more months. Execute order 66. The only reason I like going out to eat is to get the ticket to see what my order number is. One of these days I will get order 66, I swear. I will. That's my hope at least. Krusty, you've never seen the movie? Wait. How the hell did you make it into your adult life without having seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Because that was like our generation. That's when it really became a thing. Yeah, I've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show one too many times. More times than I'd care to admit. Although, to be fair, I don't think I may have completed the movie like 2 or 3 times. Mostly, I'll fade out somewhere in the middle. Like, I just don't care anymore. Krusty 3D's got a good question to Joe Tashi. Are you a Jedi? Will you survive to month 67? That is a good question. Only he can answer that, though. 86% the way through. 19 minutes left to go. 66 months? For real? Oh, yeah. Joe's been around for a bit. Granted, I was streaming on Twitch at least that long ago, but I really didn't pick it up in earnest until January. January is really when I started to do Twitch a hell of a lot more seriously. Another Vader time? Okay. Master of the house, doling out the charm, ready with a handshake and an open palm, tells a saucy tale, makes a little stir. Customers appreciate the hang on, you're scrolling me. A beau viveur, glad to do a friend a favor, doesn't cost me to be nice, But nothing gets you nothing. Everything has got a little price. Thank you, Blaze 2KX, for cheering the 140 bits. Very appreciated. Wonderful. Wonderful. Jytown Deke asks if I ever saw it when they responded to the screen with quotes. Yes, that's pretty much how I saw it all the way through. You subscribed too? Didn't show up though? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Well, Blaze2K, thank you for subscribing as well. Wonder why that didn't show up. You're right. Oh, Pez Liz also cheered 101 bits. Yeah, why did it not tell me? It's kind of odd. All right, we have a hype train, but it's been a slow past couple of days. So, okay. 2 million Perillo popcorn. 2 million if we get through a level 5. Is that fair? 2 million? That's a lot. Normally it's just 1. I'll say 2. If we get through a level 5 hype train. Through a level 5 hype train. So good luck, everybody. It's on you. I will do my best with this hype helmet. Oh, it's probably going to take us all the way through this Akbar print.
Paceless just gifted 1 subs.
Thank you so much, Liz, for giving 1 tier 1 community sub gift. And David Randolph. Why did it not announce anything?
1976 just gifted 20 subs.
Now it announced something. Thank you, System. David just gifted 20 tier 1 subs. Level 1 is complete. Officially complete. And we are moving on to level 5. we made it through a level 5 hype train. At 117%. It was basically 2 or 3 people participating. David, Mr. Airhead himself. So now it's going to be, like, if I open a printed solid box and, like, it's not swimming in airheads, like, you're going to make Jedi cry. All it is filament. Dad, do you really need another Admiral Akbar? Yes. Yes, Daddy needs another Akbar.
Swashin just resubscribed for 2 months.
Look at that. Thank you, Swashin, aka Matt. I do understand. I've come to understand that you're jumping into the 3D printing game. Am I correct in saying this? Krusty 3D, thank you so much for the 15 bits. Red Chris MS for the 100. Those additional bits land very well here. 138% on a level 5 hype train. Thank you very, very much. Woo! Woo! These bits are apparently haunted. Woo! That's correct. Your streams played a part in that. Awesome, Matt. Well, I hope you're streaming your adventures here on Twitch. Would love to eventually give you a raid. And of course, there are a lot of people in this community who are far more, like, how do I say this? Far more intelligent than me as far as the 3D printing is concerned. So if you run into issues, you definitely want to turn to the community first. And this community has been absolutely fantastic for helping. Joe Tashi says, it's a snack bar. It is. It is. And yes, I guess Swashin also used the Pezliz code on printedsolid.com to save a whopping 1%, which is incredible. That's, hey, man, it's better than a kick in the pants. You kick in the pants sometimes costs you money. Yeah, it's like, I just kicked you in the pants. You owe me $5. Like, that's not, it's never a good thing when that, ow. Why is, ow, my head is getting poked. Ow, ow. Ow. D. Randolph, 1976 says, I'm brilliant. I know it. You must be. You must be. Oh, you get a Choco Taco. Very nice. You can even 3D print chocolate. Someone retweeted something that hit my stream. A company that 3D prints chocolate stuff, which is pretty cool. Thank you, Tech Dungeon, for cheering those 100 bits. Very appreciated. Indeed, the Akbar is coming in well enough. It's going to need just a little bit of cleaning up, but nothing that I can't handle. No supports. So it was a slight gamble. 41 seconds left to go. 144% complete on a level 5 hype train. What's our record? Like 700 Or something, when Loyal showed up and just blew everything. He blew both us and Kobalax like out of the water. Like, I think they reached 800% on a level 5. I think we were like 600, 700% or something crazy like that. It was incredible. Okay, so I did promise 2 million Perillo popcorn. So everyone gets 2 million. Oh, they were 1,002%. Okay, everybody. You have just received 2 million popcorn. Just like that. Just for being here. Oh, Joe notes that LTT did a video on 3D printing chocolate. I don't think I'd be able to do that. Being vegan, because usually they use like milk chocolate. It'd have to like be pure dark. Which I can't imagine would be like that hard. So thank you. One and all. Huge shout out to D. Randolph, David Randolph from Printed Solid, for sending a lifetime supply of Airheads to the loyalist Moses I know of. That'd be Loyal Moses. And of course, for the gifting the 20 subs, as well as sending me seemingly a lifetime supply of filament. Although white, I'm probably gonna have to like turn around and start getting more white, because there was something else that I wanted to do. I'm like, I might run out of white. I don't want to run out of white. Like some cups, I was thinking of doing, but I will get there eventually. I will. So many other things to do. So let's go ahead and do another raffle, because it's been a while. Oh man, dang it. I hate when I press the wrong button on a web page and then things get wonky. Things go nuts. Thank you. Did you guys have a fun time at Park? Was it an uneventful time?
I got 2 moms' phone numbers. It's really hard.
Well, how's it hard? You say, hey, what's your number?
Socialize.
Why'd you get their numbers then?
No, I mean, I had to ask. Parker's mom said that they got a trampoline.
Who?
Parker, today's friend, and she met another friend named Austin.
Oh, great. Wait, who's Parker?
Parker is her friend. You met Parker.
Do I like Parker?
The one with, they have a black dog. The mom that always waves at us. The mom that told us we were in the wrong spot on the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. Okay, friendly mom. Okay, yeah.
And then I met Austin's mom.
Yeah. Austin Power. Is his last name Powers?
No.
Damn.
He's super sweet. Like, the sweetest.
What are you doing licking kids, Diana?
He's so
You can't do that.
Like, you know how there's, like, rambunctious kids like you? And then there's, like, super sweet, like, quiet, and, like, obedient
Did I just...
kids.
Yes, I smell skin burning right now. Anyway, what? Yes.
Yeah,
So he's...
He's super sweet. And
Yeah.
I got his
Again,
phone
you should
number,
not be licking kids, but yes, go ahead.
And
You got his phone number. He's a kid.
no, his mom.
Oh.
Yeah, so they played really well with Jedi. And what was I saying?
Got the phone
Oh,
numbers?
Yeah, the trampoline.
Trampoline.
Parker.
Okay.
I said, yeah, we were thinking about trampoline too, and then I was like, we still.
It's just sold out every time we...
But she sent me another link. She said she's like, we were looking at spring footy. And I said, yeah, and then like HOA had known. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, really? She's like, I never.
Yeah.
She said she didn't. She said, all I know is like, it can't be like in the front yard.
Yeah, it can't be visible in the backyard. So I'm still waiting to find out if we can even get anything done in the backyard.
No, but she said that they like, I think okayed it. She was like, they didn't have any rules for that in the backyard.
They said as long as it's not visible from the street. And the problem is I never got clarity on whether or not it was going to be visible from the street. If it's under the deck, it should be fine. If street is in front, then it's fine. But if it's from the side, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Anyway, she said it's like the best thing she's gotten. She's like, at first she was like debating it. But,
Okay, then just go over to Parker's then. You want to bounce it out.
no.
Yeah.
It's nonstop.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we never got clarity. I'm still waiting to get clarity on the backyard, like the actual terraforming of the backyard.
It's jump flex. She said jump flex.
Yeah, but it's not a question of that. It's a question of whether or not whatever we get would be visible, and that's the problem, is it would be, specifically from the side. That's the problem. It's not just the lack of inventory.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I think they mean like.
I've asked for clarity over and over and over again. They're not getting back to me, even on the thing that the most recent thing. At which point I'm almost like ready to just say, all right, let's just do it.
Well, then let's just get the trampoline.
We're not going to just get a trampoline. The problem is that's an invest. It's too much, Diana.
Get upset, then we'll move it under the deck.
Mm-mm.
Fine. Then she's gonna park hers.
Thank you, Kurt. Look, I've already tussled with this HOA over minute details. We didn't have enough flowers in the front yard, which, like, I'm not gonna tangle with them, especially when I'm not inclined to spend money only to find out that we wasted it. Like, we need that level of clarity that they're not providing. So, ugh. So the backyard needs to be done first, and then the trampoline. And like if we have to budget, it's that. Thank you, Bang 11 Bang. Bang 11 Bang. So yeah, backyard changes and then trampoline. That's how we're gonna have to budget, because trampoline is a nice to have. Backyard changes need to have. Next house you want to get away from the HOAs? Good luck, man. It's almost impossible anymore. Like, we'd have to get way the hell out of anywhere with any degree of convenience in order to escape an HOA. I mean, they don't care. I'm not going to be cavalier. I'd rather have recourse. I'm not too worried about what our neighbors would say, though. Yes, the Admiral is coming in really well. 96% done. Got 4% left. No, for the most part, he didn't. He's got a couple spots that definitely need to be cleaning up. All I have to do is run for HOA president, like Fraser Crane. Kind of. He ran for condo president, I want to say. Well, if we've got to submit changes for the backyard, we might as well put in there the trampoline, right? I'm gonna buy me a condo. I'm gonna buy me a Cuisinart. Get a wall-to-wall carpeting. Get a wallet full of credit cards. How about I ask the neighbor's daughter to close her curtains? She moved out, I think. Or let me put it this way. I have not noticed in recent years. We noticed something else, but not that. The neighbors that we can see into, like, sometimes don't realize that they leave their windows open And they should. Not that, you know, we're peeping toms. I think what we need to do is drop the plans for the backyard and include the trampoline in it. So that way we've got clarity. And we get sign off. Still going with the projection screen showing what was there before he wanted to hide? Yeah. We'll just get a holographic backyard. That's all we gotta do. I mean, I don't blame the HOA. They just, you know, keeping everybody honest. Convert the backyard into a holodeck? That might be a little expensive. I'm hoping to make changes to save money in the long run. Although Diana licking children still has me concerned. 99%. Oop. I don't know if I said thank you for the popcorn. I was going to say it, and then I got frozen. Let me reach into my gigantic... I've got the files. This is my file manager. Alright. I'm ready to file the Akbar here. Here we go. Got it. I'm ready to file.
Sith Lord _ Brit rated my stream with 13 viewers.
Brit! I was shouting you out earlier. Brit, you gotta see this. Look what I got. Can you see what I got? Am I too far away? Give me a second. The Akbar is about finished. Look at it. A Perler Grogu. Check that out. I mentioned earlier that if you're not following Sith Lord Brit, you need to. I'm about to file my Admiral Akbar, which is about finished printing. Brit, I hope you had a good stream. I noticed you were printing something. At least in the thumbnail when I checked earlier. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Chris Perillo. I enjoy 3D printing, usually something Star Wars-y, like once a day. And I stream every night at 6 p.m., hang out, and usually just chatting. Never really know what's going to happen. I do collect Star Wars stuff, so tonight I opened a couple of new Star Wars figures, including a retro Grogu and a Black Series Queel. I have spoken. That was my impression. That wasn't the figure that said it. That was me actually pretending to be Queel. That's my Queel impression. So thank you, Lord. Can I call you that? You know, I could say Sith. I can say Brit. It's not as much. Just call you Lord. Okay, Brit. Thank you very much, Brit. Low quality stream tonight. Dropping everything, breaking everything, losing everything. Oh, dude. Well, welcome to my hell. Like, I had last night, everyone was, like, slagging me for using too many supports on the mouse droid. It turned out okay. One wheel got battle damaged, but, you know, otherwise, I thought it turned out pretty nice. I was okay with it. I was fine with it. But then everyone, like, kind of issued a challenge, like, I can do that with less supports. I can do that with no supports. It kind of turned into a thing. So don't worry about the things that mess up. Usually those make the best streams ever because they show that you are human. Thank you for following Darth Smiles. I collect Darth Vader stuff. Do I need to collect you too? Is that weird? That's not Dr. Quill. That's Dr. Andolph. That's correct. D. Randolph just gifted 20 subs to this channel. We did a hype train. Let me see if I can find an appropriate file. See, it's either too big or too small, but this one will work, I think, just fine. You question your humanity a lot? See, I thought I was the only one who questioned your humanity. Glad I'm not the only one. How's that for self-awareness? A Super Squirrel says, we need more mouse droids. I agree. Although I won't probably do another mouse droid in that color. I would choose a color that otherwise we would not normally see. Like my newly knighted mod banning the guy I wanted a shout out for? What? What? Yeah, I don't... Ooh, wow. That came off almost too easily. Oh, I'm glad this bed has decent adhesion. Because, whew. That would have been my failure, Britt. If that would have happened. Last night, you have to clip it. Check Helyabuck, the Creality Master. I've heard that name before. Okay, so I just dropped my file. I'm gonna break out of something here. I've got trying to smooth out some of the rough spots here. Of course, there's the... Oh, man, yeah. Around his eyes really needed support. Well, let's just say he's very Akbar-y. He's very Akbar-y. Let me go ahead and show you as I continue to polish. There's the Akbar. Underneath the eyes, just kind of need a little bit of polishing, and I might kind of polish up here and under here ever so slightly. Some filing. So this is the Akbar. This is what we printed tonight, at least initially. What's the next thing I wanted to do? Ah, man. Oh, this almost went through my temple. You want to talk about a screw up? I almost accidentally did that on stream. That would have been a bloody mess. Luckily, that wasn't too sharp. Okay, not polish, like file. That's what I meant to say, not polish. My bad. Have I told anybody never to trust me when it comes to like 3D printing anything? File. I don't think I have like a polishing kit to actually polish, should I ever feel the need to do it. I'm not there yet, I guess. At least I can get things printed, yeah, for the most part. Although, like I said, I'm not sure. There was a couple other things that I thought I wanted to do tonight. If only for Jedi's friends. But the problem is she's making too many new friends. I can't, like, print everything, all the things, all the time. The orange is what I've got loaded right now. And I thought there was one other thing that I wanted to do beyond the Akbar, but no, I can't. I need to, like, make a note of these things. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. This is the next thing I wanted to do. So this one was blown up at 200%, I want to say. The eyes seemingly are better now. Hey, Big Jano, good to see you. Shout out to Big Jano. Give him a follow if you're into 3D printing. Yeah, unfortunately, Britt, you know, I've had certain times where I was wondering, boy, am I ever going to get past this? But I was able to move past it with this printer. I definitely do not have the experience to speak to other printers and their shortcomings and or issues that need to be navigated around, but I do feel for you. I don't like when I do not like that feeling at all. At all. Okay, let me give a shout out to Big Jano. Here's your shout out. And there's like these weird little mouth snags around Akbar's mouth that I'm kind of like leaving in place. Because it's kind of, it looks good being imperfect. Although now I think I need a polisher. You've heard of the Punisher? I need a polisher. This thing's not going to see a lot of action, mind you, but... There we go. Give me a Beskar ring? Oh yeah, man. I'll take a Beskar ring. Why not? I don't think anything would be able to defeat me if I had a Beskar ring. I have plenty of rings. I just never wear any of them. I'm not really a ring wearer at all. Fangs is in the same town as you. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I'm very easy. I'm like Earth Girls, right? Wasn't that the title of the movie? Jim Carrey. One of the Wayans brothers. Sorry, there's just a couple of areas that I wanted to get to, and I seemingly got to them. Got an Akbar. Not bad for no supports, man. That's like... Gotta admit. I gotta admit, that works out really well. So now, what's the next thing I'm gonna print? An orangey Star Wars thing. I printed the Black Series figure stand last night. Orange. I know. I wanted to do that, possible at K2SO. Possibly the K2SO. Pull that out. What do we got? Ow. I have not opened it up in the slicer yet, so I don't yet know what the K2SO figure, which just seems really weird to me, like to print this in orange, but yeah, it's like, it's one of those things, like, you know, when else are you gonna see this bright orange, blaze orange security droid taking a while to load? I don't even know how long this is gonna take, if it indeed does work out. Because I have to slice it first. And this guy, the way that he does his prints, they sometimes come with their own supports, which turned out to be a problem when I did a battle droid a while ago. Arms too. Did he do the? Okay, he didn't do the supports on it, or did he? Yeah, he included the supports. Dang it. Why did he include the supports? I'm going to need to do a brim on it. Insert. This is going to take a while. Ooh, that doesn't seem like it's going to want to... That, I don't know, man. He wants me to print in the orientation he gave, but I have grave concerns on this one. I don't know, man. This to me doesn't seem like it's gonna hold up. I want to do a little more research on it before doing this, before committing. Not sure about that. Any other thing I can do here real quick? That droid won't work. I'm probably going to need to reslice the C-3PO this guy's done. Like even a Mando, I could probably do a Mando from him too, huh? TIE Pilot even. The protocol droid I know has worked, so. Oh. He's also got, he's got a a stormtrooper, sand trooper. I haven't done the stormtrooper one. I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's try this. In this wild, wacky color. I probably should like load up pink. And it looks like, it sounded like I got a new follower? Yeah. Let's see here, who do we have? Distorted Image. Thank you for following this very minute. It's going to take a while too. Dang, Windows is just weird when it comes to like extracting zip files. I'm gonna see how long this'll take. Oh, this shouldn't take too long. Yeah, I hate the fact that this guy builds in his own supports, though. Because it's really difficult to see whether or not... Man. So I'm gonna try. I'm thinking about doing a blaze orange stormtrooper with Brad's orange glitter. Cause why not? And it seems that oops. Let's see what we got here. Weird that when you go to like repair something and it goes to, oh there, that one did repair. Alright, let's see here. Let's see how long this could take. This is a 3-hour, 14-minute print. So we'd definitely be able to start it, but not finish tonight. At that point, I might as well go 0.20. So I'm gonna make a blaze orange stormtrooper. A traffic trooper. That's what this is. Traffic cone trooper. Wait. I see. Yeah, we're fine. 0.15, because we might as well. I gotta do I want to do a pink one. In fact, tomorrow I may be doing a pink stormtrooper. 3 hours. This is gonna be about 3 hours. Oops. We're gonna test it. Gonna test it tonight. Brad's orange glitter, traffic trooper. If I do this, then print 2 of those. Yeah. Wait, arms. I need arms too. Almost forgot the arms, people. Or did I? Wait, I did. Hey, okay, arms, legs, body, head.
They're still alive?
Yeah. Okay, so I did do that. Okay.
Hi, viewers.
How you doing? I understand you got a friend who's got a trampoline. It's great.
Who trampoline?
I don't know, Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Right, gotta eject. And print.
So you're building a stormtrooper?
Yes.
Or a snowtrooper?
It's not a snow trooper. It's gonna be a stormtrooper. It's gonna be a traffic stormtrooper. That's the goal. Thank you, Krellin64. So be it, Jedi. Oh, got another Vader time? Dear God. Remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday. Parking by the lake, and there was not another car in sight. And I never had a girl looking any better than you. This just got awkward. And all the kids at school, they were wishing they were me that night. And now our bodies are oh so close. Awkward. And tight. It never felt so good. It never felt so right. We're glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Glowing in the metal on the edge of a knife. Come on, hold on tight.
Are you crying?
No. Come on. Hold on tight. Thought it's cold and lonely in the deep dark night. And I can see paradise by the dashboard light. Not exactly the thing to... Great song. Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you my answer in the morning. I gotta know right now.
Are you gonna build this?
I don't know if we're gonna build that. Not cool. Not cool, Krusty. So not cool. That was so not cool. There's cool, and there's what you just did. Paradise by the dashboard. Boy, you're just a meatloaf kind of mood tonight, aren't you? Sure she wasn't, Krusty. Sure. PG-6. Man. Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby. I would do anything for Krusty, but I won't do that. No, I won't do that. Thank you for following E-Rock 2K6. We are apparently singing Meatloaf songs as we begin the Traffic Trooper print. I'm making up troopers as I go along. This is the Traffic Trooper. Because that's pretty much what the trooper's going to look like. In the Brad's Orange Glitter PLA from Printed Solid. This is why I read the Vader time before performing it. Yeah, I know. And this is why you read. Well, I was reading it, and as I was going, I'm like, wait a minute. This is... Yep. Wait until Jedi asks Diana, Mommy, what's Paradise by the Dashboard Light? I don't know. Daddy was singing it, and then he was crying. I don't think Diana knows. I really don't. I would be shocked if she knew the reference. Shocked, I tell ya. Shocked. Ooh, GB Links, you are full of all the emotes tonight. What do we got here? Guide the Raid. Ken's a Dork 12. Let's see what we got. What do we got? What do we got? Ah, they're gaming. Oh, man. Gaming scary things. It's a song about fireworks. Yeah, it is. It's another way of putting it. Oh, man. So we're going to start this. The traffic trooper. See how far we get. I don't think I listened to Meatloaf until after Rocky Horror. And I think it was a girlfriend at the time who recommended him. In fact, I probably still have my Meatloaf CD. I don't know if I ever had him on cassette. I have a lot of my CDs. A lot of them. I don't think I ever got rid of any. Oh, just a suggestion. Keep them on your radar. Okay, fair enough. I figured you recommend them for a reason, Liz. That's cool. All good. I mean, I've found that for a lot of the raids that we do, it's always best to raid a just chatter. Thank you, Joe. Maybe you suggest a raid to someone with one viewer. Sure, we can find someone. Well, find a geek or a nerd just chatting. One viewer or 10, I'm good. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Most of your CDs are ripped. I never went that far. Hang on. This is really not... Not the way you should use a chopstick, I know. It's a lightsaber, though. Something got stuck. Okay. The skies were pure, and the fields were green, and the sun was brighter than it's ever been. When I grew up with my best friend Kenny, we were close as any brothers than you ever knew. It was always summer and the future called. We were ready for adventures, and we wanted them all. And there was so much left to dream, and so much time to make it real. But I can still recall the sting of all, the tears when he was gone. They said he crashed and burned. I know I'll never learn why any boy should die so young. That wasn't macabre. I'm not sure I know that song. Do I not know that song? Do I? I never bothered to convert any of my CDs unless they weren't available digitally. Pretty much all the cassette tapes I had, I upgraded to CD. For the most part. Oh, it was Meatloaf? Yeah, apparently I don't remember that song. Yeah, I didn't get into a lot of classic rock until college. So, like, the older I got, everyone was going one direction with music and I was going another. Everyone was going to the clubs. And I wanted to go to the dive bars. Everyone wanted to dance. I just want to hang out with friends, eating popcorn, and drinking beer. That was my preference. Classic rock, when you were in college, it was just called rock back then. No! Even then it was called classic rock. I consider Meatloaf classic rock. I would put him in that era. Maybe a little, maybe not. He was 80s. I don't know what I guess Meatloaf would have been not rock. He'd be rock, yeah. Could be straight up rock. Your friends and you played video games together in college? I don't think we did. Atari was old but still fun. A lot of people still had Nintendo. SNES was brand new. People still had VCRs. When you were listening to classic rock, it was like 73 and older. Yeah. Like The Doors and their ilk. The Eagles, the classic Eagles. Deviously Mango says, if you want scary, the time from Zeppelin albums and other classic rock when our age group was teens is less than the time from now to Nirvana, so Nirvana would be older than what classic rock was to us. Oh, that's weird. You did everything from a Sears branded game console and Atari 2600 to the PS3 and the Wii U. Oh, thank you, St. Olaf. Good to see you. Thank you for the stretch. I'm trying to think if I considered back then Meatloaf classic rock. I guess everything I listened to for Meatloaf was older. Maybe it wasn't the same era though. '70s. Yeah. Although, if I had a choice between the 60s and 70s, I like 60s music a lot. A lot. 50s music I never really liked. Or liked as much. Wasn't my thing. 60s and 70s. 80s, but for different reasons. 90s, that's when I realized that I'm like, yeah. 80s, for me, was the last good music decade. For me. '70s Elton John, very different from '80s Elton John, indeed. Oh, you found someone brick building here? Squiddos. Well, they have a lot of bricks. So, I'll give them a follow. Yoko streaming, so's Blind Via. Boy, that dude's got a beard. Squiddos has got a beard. Like, they've really got a beard. Yeah, there's good stuff in every decade, don't get me wrong. But, like, the last decade, I think I enjoyed a bulk of the music from was the 80s. I still listen to contemporary hits. I'm not slagging it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. At all. Everyone's got different tastes, but... my tastes are pretty eclectic, though. Or I feel they're eclectic. I can find music I enjoy in just about any genre. You're from the 90s, so a lot of stuff listened to was 70s to 90s before actually knowing what he was listening to. Oh, yeah. That's fair, RC Maniac. But we didn't, in my house growing up, we really didn't listen to the radio a lot. Dad might have listened to talk radio in the car. Mom might have listened to country. There was a phase in college I was into country. Very brief phase. Like, and even then it was like, it's not the same. What's wrong with K-pop? I'm not saying anything's wrong. Nothing. Just ain't my jam. Father was talk radio all the time, drove me to get into headphones. That's funny. I'm not even sure if we really listen to a lot of music around here. I mean, you can hear the music on the stream, but it's not playing. Sometimes we listen to music in the car. Although I do a lot of talk radio. You can hear the music on the stream. I can't. It's in the headphones. The audio's not playing. Like, in the room. You can hear it. I can't. So you get to enjoy that. I think that's important. That kind of music. You got wireless earbuds so you can still hear stuff under your helmets. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of chiptunes, though. Huge fan. Huge. I love that sound. But I like jazz. Jazz, classic rock, 80s pop, synth. Parodies, of course. I don't know. But about the only Only genre, if it's loud, I'm not interested. The louder it is, I'm like, I'm not into, like, screaming music. Streaming music, yes. The screaming stuff, like Pantera or Guar, not as much. Heavy metal, depends. I've never seen the movie Whiplash. What about Hoomba? I don't even know what that is. The best soundtrack, the best movie soundtrack, like compilation music, Garden State. If you want to know the kind of music I like, yeah. The Garden State music compilation, the soundtrack. That's my style. Coldplay's got like 2 tracks on it. I definitely do not binge 9 Inch Nails. Billabongs happens to agree, it's an amazing soundtrack. I didn't really like the Pulp Fiction soundtrack, even contemporaneously. About as heavy as I got with music was probably alternative, like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. I love that rock. Jotashi, cheers 50 bits. Have you had whipped mash? Not in a long time. Whoop. AC/DC, sometimes. If it was on the classic rock channel, sure. AC/DC, I mean, rock. Obviously, rock. No. AC/DC, maybe I'm misremembering, but they seem to be a lighter hard rock. Definitely are a light metal, not heavy metal. Thank you, Tech Dungeon. Appreciate that. I do appreciate those bits. Boop. I'm eating my popcorn because what's the favorite thing? Oh man, there's so many. Oops. Straight up. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like reaching back here to see if I can find something. This was the second print I did. Buana was actually printing this in multiple pieces, and I printed it. This is the second thing, and I love it. Like a Vader. I have so many Vaders. So many Vaders. I need to make a note. Those are 2 things that I want to print here in black. Couple things I had to make note of. Best soundtracks were 1, Reality Bites, and 2, Pirate Radio. I don't know. The single soundtrack was also probably pretty good. I can't remember it, though. I said it the other night, but I feel that the singles, the movie, kind of made Seattle kind of like that place. Like, oh man, I'd love to go. And how I ended up here. Funny how things start. What's the one Star Wars character you want as a new Disney TV show? I would love Tales from Jabba's Palace. Highlander, wasn't that just all Queen? Like Flash Gordon? Phasma would be a good series. Yeah, Liz. I agree with you on that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite thing that I've printed. I mean, I'm not even close to printing everything, but... Nine Num needs a show. Exactly. I wonder, is there a Nine Num bust out there, Liz? Oh, Jedi moved the Mandalorian figure. I just noticed the Mando back there. Uber Superfly. Someone was just asking about that earlier. It works. The Samsung experience needs to be greatly diminished. The issue with Samsung devices isn't hardware, it's software. I still feel that way. Chris's favorite print should be whatever is currently entertaining Jedi. Yeah. Although, surprisingly enough, she played with her pink Vader the other day. It's kind of why I want to do a pink Stormtrooper. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do tomorrow, a pink Stormtrooper. For now. Then I gotta look at things again. See if I can be pulled into a little bit of inspiration for one thing or another. If you want the best cover band, not joking, everyone take this recommendation. The best cover band out there is Cybertronic Spree. Best cover band ever. You can go ahead and link. Ah! Dang it, come on. See if I can get to their... Dang it. Okay, so I was going to send you to their YouTube, but they don't really have it linked. Anyway, let me send you to their Twitter. Cybertronic Spree. Right here. No. Right there. Cybertronic Spree. You have to follow them. You have to. And the reason why is because all of them, first of all, they do covers of awesome 80s movies. Second of all, they do it all dressed up like Transformers. Every one of them. They dress up like, they cosplay as Transformers. One of these days, I told the people I work with at Intel, like, before the, before COVID, like, dude, I so want to book the Cybertronic Spree for something. I don't even know what. Alright, got a freeze frame. Hang on. Pineapple on pizza? No! 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 Thank you, Liz, for the pity bits. No chewing. Well, I have to chew. Otherwise, I'll like... It's been a bad leg week since Friday. Oh, man. Sorry. No, seriously. Here. Go subscribe. Go follow Cybertronic Spree. Cybertronic Spree YouTube. You what? On the bowl?
On the bowl.
Why? You'll be fine. I don't see any blood. Well, you're not bleeding. What? Honey, I don't know what to tell you. Did you bite it? All right, come here. She's crying. Are you? I heard you cry, but I didn't see. Why are you crying? Well, come here. Let me see it. Where does it hurt? Where? On your bottom lip? What did you do? What wait, hang on. No, what did you do? No. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Well, you probably just knocked it on your tooth. You'll be okay. The feeling will go away. Classic, you're not bleeding. Well, it's true. Like, you just knock it and it'll be fine. Like, unless something's bleeding profusely. Like, earlier today, she slipped and hit her knee and she was crying. And I'm like, oh, that's a painful cry. And so I went down and she's like, Diana's holding her. I'm like, have you rubbed it? And she says, no. I'm like, well, you rub it, it'll feel better. And I started rubbing her knee and she stopped crying. I'm like, I told you, like, when you hit your knee, I've done it enough times. Just start rubbing it, man. Rub. Fixes everything. I'm not gonna start rubbing her lip though. The biting, the knocking in the lip, it'll be fine. There's no blood, no bleeding. I'm sure that slice will come eventually. The funny thing is, we started going off on music when, who was it, Krusty? Did the Meatloaf lyrics? No. Yeah? That's when we started doing music? Funny. Don't think I've ever really listened to bluegrass. Just has not hit my radar. This is honestly, during the day, the longest I'm still. Not moving around. Usually I'm like... You stumbled upon YouTube channels much too late in the night that made music with stepper motors. I don't go down many rabbit holes on YouTube anymore. I blame Twitter. I don't subscribe to anybody anymore. I'll follow people on Twitter. Possibly follow on Twitch. Any Star Wars figures I wish they were made? All the ones that haven't been made yet? It's kind of nebulous. I would, again, love to see more retro style. Personally. That would be great. But I've long argued that Hasbro needs to do like a subscription box for the vintage collection figures, potentially even retro, and even Black Series. I'd pay for that. I know a lot of collectors would. A lot. I don't know what's holding them back. It'd be a moneymaker. Oh man, it'd be a moneymaker. Almost guaranteed. I don't know why they haven't done it yet. I'd get two. One to open, one to keep in the box. I bet a lot of other collectors would too. Yes, I've seen that subscription box service. Oh yeah, if you love Wikipedia so much, why don't you do a lithophane of it? I think if I had a go-to platform, Twitter. Don't do so much YouTube anymore. Twitch, when I have free time. Alright, hang on just a second. I'm gonna flip to this view for a moment. The other one's gonna pause. I have to check something here. Oh, come on. Okay, thank you. Thing can't multitask very well. Here, Twitter, when you feel like getting angry if one of the internet radio station tags you when you play a track and harassing. Yeah. I'm doing a traffic trooper. It is kind of funny. But I'm basically going to do the same model tomorrow as in pink. Of course, the timer's off, but, like, you know, there's no way we're going an additional 3 hours. We got about 3 hours left on the print, which is a lot. It's a lot. It's an awful lot. It's a ton. Almost too much, you might say. Squidos. 24-hour stream, Dewey? I don't think so. There's no chance. Not anytime soon. Like, I feel like I could do it if there was, like, some reason to do it, and it would take a lot of planning. A lot. Because doing anything for, like, 12 hours is hard enough, let alone 24. 24 is just insane. The Tacosaurus Rex? That's a thing? I didn't know that. Oh boy. Amashay's jumping into the game. Thank you, Liz. Amish. Amish. How could you? How could you? Ugh. And you're taking off there, Liz? Well, we may be starting to wind down. You were the chosen one! Anakin, I loved you! You are my brother! They said you were sent to destroy the Sith, not join them. There's a new clip of Ewan that's circulating with, what's his name? Late night host, not Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. Which is interesting. What's going on? There's some place, I guess, there's a gas shortage somewhere. Where's there a gas shortage right now? Hasn't hit us yet, but you're building a life-size benchy? Or you printed one, Big Jano? To fit in? That's how you know you've made it. Like, you know, you can get a custom job of a benchy. Yeah, this will be a fun one tomorrow. Pink. And build some troopers. Building some troopers. Oh, that's right. It's because of the ransomware. Okay. I was like, what? I'm like, what? Why is it not everywhere? I'm like, derp. Now I know. We're lucky. We're the West Coast. We're the best coast. No stresses or strains here. Very happy to say. Very, very happy to say. Okay, so who do we have as a raid target tonight? Who have we not seen in a while? We just did Blind Via. He was wearing the wig, right? That Squidos. Cosplay Creations, although they don't chat Cosplay Creations does not look very interactive. Where's Coda 120? We need her. Squidos may be our top pick here. I cannot. Someone's playing. Jordan CFJD is playing Star Wars Squadrons. J Doran 89 is playing Death Stranding. That Y-Wing guy is playing Halo. We just raided Sharp Balloons the other day. Let's try someone new. Let's try Squidos. He's working on some bricks. So if anybody knows of any other 3D printing folks to follow, who are streaming specifically, like right now, like, yeah, let me know. But right now our current target is the one that I think Joe recommended. Oh my God, there is a Tacosaurus. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I see. Oh, that's interesting. So you put the... Oh... It's very creative, these Tacosaurus Rexes. But it's weird. Some places are just, oh, gas prices went up because people expect demands. And others, like the Carolinas, are hoarding gas, so they end up making gas lines. Ah. There was Space Taco. Okay, Builder's Mark, that is pretty damn funny. So wait, what? Hang on, wait, is that the Enterprise in there? What is that? Is that supposed to be sour cream? What is that? It's like, okay, that's just bizarre, dude. I don't know about that. Looks like the Space Taco is just a little odd there. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, Joe, I think we will make their night. We're gonna make someone's night. Squidos. Looks like he's ready to interact. He is definitely brick building. Place where he likes to partake in what he calls mock misery. So he does my own creations. Avid Lego builder. Awesome. Whatever comes to his mind. Hopes it works out in the end. Fair enough. And he seems to stream regularly throughout the week. Loves the Lego. If anybody else has any other creator people to recommend, I'm in. I'm looking at the other recommendeds too here before committing. Someone's playing Konami Arcade Classics. Nano spinning? What's that? This guy's doing retro. Always playing on consoles. Nice. Podcast director. Sleepy chill stream. She's just chatting but not doing anything. Nano spinning. Oh, it looks like some kind of weaving thing. Yeah, a lot of gamers, of course, on Twitch. Alright, think we found the person. We're gonna do Squidos. He's gonna freak out. He's gonna freak the heck out. He's gonna, what is going on? Is he even gonna notice? Let's find out if he notices. It's always funny when they have like one person that are not watching chat. You know, like, what? Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. Really appreciate you hanging, as long as you did. You know, if you can make it to 9 o'clock, I'm very happy. If I can make it to 9 o'clock, I'm very happy. Having printed the Akbar successfully, or at least successfully enough. Working on a traffic cone trooper. That'll be finished for tomorrow's stream. I'll have it done. And then we're going to be basically doing a pink trooper. I believe that's the next one I want to do. Is a stormtrooper, but a pink one. Because why not? And then I might also be doing a protocol droid in this blaze orange. In the Brad's orange glitter. So, does everyone have their Perillo Raider emotes ready? Perillo Raider, yeah. Perillo Raider. Alright, that's on the clipboard, Perillo Raider. Thank you, Joe Tashi, for making the raid recommendation. I always love raiding, new streamers, specifically those that match my fandoms and interests. Always looking for more. And thank you, everybody, for the level 5 hype train. Glad we made it through that tonight. At least one. That's always a good night. Anytime we can get through a level 5 hype train, I'm happy. Very, very happy. Anytime I can get to 9 p.m., I'm very happy. Anytime you're here, I'm happy. So I'm happy. Thank you very much for bringing happiness into my life. Hopefully I was able to bring a little bit into yours. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the force be with you always, as I've got to like key in this guy's handle because it didn't want to come up. Give me a second. Squid us. He's got 1 viewer right now. 1 viewer. And we're starting the raid. See you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Bring your happy face, or your face. Just bring a face. It doesn't even have to be yours. Just a face. Okay? Are we in agreement? Gonna Tusken raid this guy in 3, 2, 1. There we go. He's not even looking! Dude, look! He's not even seeing! He's digging!
It's alright, yeah. Looked away. How are y'all doing tonight?
Tusken raid!
Welcome, Raiders. How are y'all doing?
Watching a mock.
Thank you for the follows and